grains need, wheat grain, the rice grain, the needs have been addressed. And more than, I that ma'am definitely Swati, we should never forget. We have to, for all the current scenario in the country and the world, our main concern and motto should be in our lives. Just see what is written: one earth, one family, one family. And this, especially in this year, in 2023, every country to spread the awareness to all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Also, I would like to invite our respected and dignified principal, ma'am, to add some words while praising all the delegates.
Good morning, students. Rather, I would say, young delegates from different countries today. Again, I'm really overwhelmed this morning to see our auditorium, turned into this live G20 conference that will take place shortly. My apologies for coming late and holding you for some time. But I just look forward to listening to you all today, because the vibrance that I'm seeing in each one of you. So it would be very wrong on my part to hold you from actually coming into action. And I just pray and wish you all the very best for today's program. And like when we were young children, we were told or we were molded or educated in a manner to become good citizens of the country, of the society. But now, as a teacher standing over here, I can see global citizens in each one of you. And that is the motto today. That all of you will represent one day our country at the international platform. And I see you all right from today very, very successful and very, very dignified global citizens. And yes, in your hands, the country is in the safest of the hands, I would say, and the country has a very bright future at the international front. So wish you all the best and go ahead. God bless you all.
I know the delegates are waiting for the meeting, so I would like to hand over the mic to our executive board to execute the same, who are the judges of today's meeting. That places women at forefront of diverse positive changes in society, economy, and global development. Today, we will be discussing about women's role in society, their cooperation, contributions, challenges, and hope for cooperation and fruitful solutions. This approach encompasses a broad spectrum of activities, initiatives, and policies that include active participation, leadership, empowerment of women across various sectors, including education, health, politics, and technology. The second topic for our discussion is sustainable development. Sustainable development is not just an idealistic concept. It is an actionable framework that guides governments, businesses, and communities in making decisions that prioritize the well-being of people and the planet. It is the roadmap to a future where prosperity is shared, ecosystems are protected, and social justice prevails. Sustainable development is a dynamic and holistic approach to addressing the world's most pressing challenges while safeguarding the well-being of current and future generations. Today, our discussion will revolve around the need for sustainable development, their goals, achievements, futuristic approach, and hope for effective outcomes. It embodies a commitment to responsible stewardship of our planet, promoting inclusive and equitable societies, and fostering economic prosperity that is both ecological and socially responsible. Now I, Chahat,
And I, Muskan, we declare the conference as open. Thank you. Decorum delegates, now please have the seats. We are going to start the roll call. Delegates, please use your placards if your country name is called and respond with present or present or voting. Thank you.
delegate of OECD, present and voting. Delegate of WTO, delegate of WHO, delegate of Saudi Arabia, delegate of IMF, delegate of Republic of Korea, delegate of UAE, delegate of Germany, delegate of Singapore, delegate of Rwanda, delegate of Italy, delegate of African Union, delegate of Nigeria, delegate of Egypt, delegate of Comoros, delegate of Comoros, delegates of South Africa, delegates of FSB, delegate of Indonesia, delegate of European Union, delegate of Spain, delegate of Turkey, delegate of Bangladesh, delegates of Netherlands, delegate of Japan, delegate of Mauritius, delegate of Israel, delegate of Mexico, delegate of Brazil, delegate of Canada, delegate of USA, delegate of India, delegate of France, delegate of Australia, delegate of Russia, delegate of the United Kingdom, delegate of Argentina, delegate of China, delegate of ASEAN, delegate of UN. Thank you.
So now everybody, let's start with the GSL. All the delegates have approximately 60 seconds, so kindly adhere to the time limit. So, any initiatives from any side? Yes, the delegate of China, you may start. Canada.
Rightly said by Sarah Yakin, the best partnership is Rightly said by Sarah Yakin, the best partnership isn't dependent on a common goal, but on a sheer path of equality, desire, and no small amount of passion. Warm greetings to all the delegates and the ED members. Today, I, delegate of Canada, will discuss some major global political issues, taking into consideration some of the major countries of the world. Canada brings to the table a unique blend of natural resources, economic stability, and inclusive policies. Canada is a global leader in the promotion and protection of women's rights and gender equality. In November 2022, the participation rate of women in Canada was 85.1% and employment rate of core-aged women was 81.6%. Still striving to achieve the goal by bringing partnership to build one earth, one family, one future, hence the dream suggested by Bharat Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate of Canada. The delegate of US, you may start.
Despite being half of the world's population, women's contribution to the global GDP remains a mere 37%.
Only 50% of adult women participate in the global labor force, as opposed to the staggering 80% of their male counterparts, as shown by World Bank statistics. Greetings to my fellow delegates and the Honorable Executive Board. This gap has existed throughout history, and though it has narrowed down to the developments of the present and the struggles of the past, its presence remains a concerning and agitating situation. The United States holds a firm belief that bridging this gap is an essential for us to progress as a society in accordance with human rights and equality. The US government's initiatives like WGDP, We Fight and We Rise are just some examples of our commitment to this cause. The delegate of the United States looks forward to discussing the root causes and possible solutions, financial and social, for the issue at hand today, and looks forward to a fruitful debate ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of US. Now the Delegate of Spain, Minister.
Each time a woman stands for herself, she stands up for each woman. With this thought, I wish a warm good morning to all the respected delegates and east. Spain today stands as the women's development in all the spheres, including healthcare, education, and politics. Women-led development or women's development in general is globally a very crucial topic of discussion. Being half of the population around the globe, women have comparatively lesser say in votes and the major issues and concerns. Women's participation in society had always been difficult to us. Spain has taken measures to ensure women's participation and enhance the quality of education and living. We are grateful to be a part of the conference and looking forward for a fruitful debate and discussions ahead. Thank you.
Point of information.
The respected delegate of Spain, I respect that the work you done in your country, but the problem faced by women in Spain, according to the data published by EPSOS, the most important issues faced by women and girls in Spain was sexual harassment, with 38% of respondents claiming that it is an important issue. This was followed by sexual violence at 34%. So what would you do about that in your country?
I would request to answer this question a few minutes later.
Because USA is considered to be one of the most developed countries in the world and major ally of Canada, but with due respect, I would like to ask a question. The United States has a rape rate of 27.3. According to World Population Review data, only 9% of rapists in the US get prosecuted, and only 3% of rapists will spend a day in the prison. While 97% of the rapists in the United States will walk free, and the United States is considered to be one of the countries which has the highest rape rate, along with India, Bangladesh, Sweden, and South Africa. So how will you justify the statement? Because a country like USA, which represents the world with economic rate, so rape rate is considered to be one of the loopholes for USA. How will you justify that?
The delegate of USA thinks that the question raised by the delegate of Canada is out of what is in the discussion agenda for today. As women-led development, we are mainly discussing women's education and women's economic empowerment and leadership roles. This topic could have been discussed in the SDG development, but the delegate of the United States wishes to get some time to answer this question. Thank you, delegate of US. Now, the delegate of Saudi Arabia, you can take the floor.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We always start our work with the name of Almighty. Saudi Arabia is known for the famous global trade of oil, the land which is known for many folk tales about treasure, Arabian horses. Saudi Arabia established reforms dedicated to the promotion of women's engagement in economic development by setting an equal age for both genders, preventing gender discrimination in terms of wages, occupation, work, field and hours, and enabling women's commercial business without obtaining prior consent. The law of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, derived from Islamic law, adopts the principle of complementary equality between men and women, taking into account of the characteristics of both sexes to achieve ultimate justice. As the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia believes that the integration of the relationship between sexes is an ideal way to promote and protect human rights and to guarantee the equality between men and women, such as the right to work, education, health, economic rights, and others. Based on the perspective of equality and emphasizing it, the Human Rights Commission has allowed both women and men the right to submit communication according to the requirements.
Point of information.
Respected delegates, according to the World Economic Forum 2022, the global gender gap index of the 56 country measured, Saudi Arabia was ranked at 131. So Saudi Arabia, I would like to ask to know that what are the past actions and the future policies taken by the government of Saudi Arabia. Thank you.
Okay, respected delegate of Australia, I would like to get some clarity to reply to this question.
The national labor force participant rate for the Saudi Arabian women is a mere 28% compared to the global average rate of 50%. How does the delegate of Saudi Arabia answer to that?
Sure, I would like to answer the question first. Can I get 1 or 2 minutes to get it?
Delegate of Ireland.
Respected delegate of Saudi Arabia, I would like to raise a point of information on the topic of women empowerment in Saudi Arabia. What steps has Saudi Arabia taken to address the historical restrictions on women's mobility and participation in the workforce?
Respected delegate of IMF, I want to say that if you want to know about the women-led development happened in Saudi Arabia, the kingdom has launched the leadership training for women to develop training and orientation programs that aim to improve the skills of working women and increase the percentage of women employed in leadership positions. The initiative trained 506 working women across the kingdom, which were divided into two categories, included leaders 260 and managers 246. This was showcased in projects such as remote work strategy in civil service, children's hospitality sectors, and workplaces, achieving balance between genders and civil services, women leader empowerment in decision-making positions, and the national platform for Saudi women's leaders. Yeah. If you want to know about what have women done in employment, there are some rules or platforms which are like Kiada platform, the main program. The main program, that program helps the women for social development, and the main program provides preparing and developing the skills of the national workforce and providing them with necessary exercise skills in the workplace. There are some safety issues of a woman when she travels to go to her workplace. There is a special transportation for women in Saudi Arabia which is known as Rusu. Then if you want to know about is there any scheme if a woman has to work and she has a child, there is also a scheme known as Pura program where children's daycare program for working women is also there. If you want to know about social support for women, there are schemes in Saudi Arabia which have the social development grant program. Widowed and divorced women also have some rules and benefits if they want to come and step into the women-led development. There are some national family safety programs also. Empowering women in justice have very strong rules in our constitution. and we are also empowering women as lawyers and in business and as well as politics. Thank you.
Point of information. Delegate of South Korea. Respected delegate of Saudi Arabia. Women in the country still experience discrimination in relation to marriage, family and divorce. What's the government's take on this?
Respected delegate of South Korea, I want to answer this question. Can you repeat it once again, please?
Women in Saudi Arabia still experience discrimination in relation to marriage, family and divorce. What is the government's take on this?
Okay. So, respected delegate, I want to ensure here that as per the source, my government sum, it states that there are some laws in our justice that women which are widowed or have divorced with their relationships, they have the right to work online services, and they have international achievements. They can also work if they have no relationship with their husbands or they are widowed. They can also work in women politics. They can work in business. And for this, there are no discrimination in our justice. And as the vision of 2030, our country is improving with the gender equalities.
Thank you for the answer, the delegate of Saudi Arabia. My second question is, women in Saudi Arabia are not allowed to travel out of the country without the approval of their legal guardian.
Respected delegate, I want to answer this question later.
Thank you.
I am the delegate of African Union. I have a question to Saudi Arabia. So, the sources I am looking that women does not get equal rights and equal values in your country. So, what would you say in that?
Respected delegate, I want to hear it once again that I already told about the employment of women that are increased in Saudi Arabia. As you can see, I have mentioned major employments for the women. I have mentioned lawyer, business occupation, political occupation, and for that we have also rules and programs and schemes so that the women can step out for her development and can participate in various type of employments.
But in the sources which I am looking in, that have stated that in recent years, strict dress regulation, mandatory gender separation, and women drivers were abolished. So, what was your call on that?
Okay, so can you name the source, please?
My source is
Saudi Arabia has increased by Hidayat platform, the NEED program. Hidayat platform is an interactive national platform which is one of the initiatives of the Ministry of Human Resources and Social Development. Contains a database of women national leaders to facilitate rapid access to female leaders in the public sector, private sector institution and civil society institution. It will also document the stories and march of Saudi women's success.
Okay, thank you for answering my question. I think we can come back with these questions in the moderated caucus, and I think we should review with the GSL only. The delegate of India, would you like to take forward?
Good morning, honorable judges, esteemed delegates. I, the delegate of India, is delighted to be the host of G20 Summit 2023. I hope that my fellow delegates will engage in relevant discussion in order to make this conference productive. This delegate would like to share with you her preoccupation on regarding women-led development. As Indian culture gives women the utmost respect, I would like to share a slok that says, Rashtrasaya Shravanari Asti, Nari Rashtrasaya Akshi Asti, which means women is our tomorrow and a woman is the eye of the nation. With this thought, we wish to see a nation that develops economically on the global front. Then it is very important to have women development. For this, the government and several NGOs of India are making efforts to empower women by creating awareness. The government is running a large number of projects for education and skill development of women, such as Skill India Mission, launched in July 2015, which has transformed over 35 lakh women for better and secure livelihood. Also, the most popular and visible project, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Andolan, launched to create awareness among the people to educate all girls children in country. Both the schemes have been able to generate significant mass mobilization to eliminate gender discrimination and valuing the girl child in India. And on the international level, through an expanded partnership between United States, India and Afghanistan, the US Agency for International Development is supporting for India Self-Employed Women Association, also known as SEWA, the world's largest women trade union, to economically empower 5,000 Afghan women, strengthen local institution capacity and establish training centers across 4 provinces and Kabul. India has already made considerable efforts to enforce this law, but still has some progress to make. Thank you.
I respect the delegate of India that India do many works for country. But I have a question for the delegate of India that in so many areas there are bal vivah or child marriage, or also there are child labors. So what would India do for that?
The delegate of OSCE, I want to tell you that to stop child marriage, India has launched several schemes, and because of these schemes, the child marriage index has reduced to a good number. And you are talking about child labor, so the government has imposed many schemes and articles to basically control the child labor, and it has imposed scheme that above the age of below the age of 14, no children can work. So I think that because of this scheme, the child labor index has also reduced.
As you say that, but policemen of India do not implement that work that you say according to the laws. The policemen do not implement these laws in some villages or areas. So, what would you say?
I would like to answer this question in a while.
Thank you, delegate. Now the delegate of United Kingdom, you can go ahead and ask the question.
The delegate of India, I would like to ask you a question that how has women's education still not received its due importance?
The women education has come to the importance. As you can see, almost, I will give you example that women education is increasing. Like there are a lot of number of women in work field. Like I take the example of Chandrayaan. You see that there are majority of women scientists. So I think that women is educating in a good number. And I would like to take another example, that is a live example, our teachers. teachers, they are women, they are educating us. So I think that the Women Education Index has increased a lot.
Let's dedicate a few. Respected delegate of India, I would like to ask that women are not paid as much men even when working full time and year around. They are not paid as much men.
Respected delegate, I would like to answer this question in a while.
Respected delegate of India, I really appreciate the effort. I want to ask you the question that in rural areas of India, many women are very known about the information about education, but due to their family issues or background, they are not able to attain the education which they deserve. So, what's your plan about it? Thank you.
In the rural area, we have set up several schools to educate women, and we have started campaigning to educate the women, to educate the girl child. And as you can see that in rural area, women are not educated. They don't know about the banking institutions or anything. So we have launched a group like self-help groups which help women to save. To basically extend their savings, they can save their money in the banks in an informal way, and they can get their loans from bank. And if the family doesn't allow, so we are trying our best to overcome this problem also, and maybe we will overcome this problem in the future also.
Thank you for answering my question.
First of all, I would like to state a statement which when women are not in house and outside, how they will participate in economic growth. The countries which has highest rape cases actually face women underdeveloped. So I would like to state a statement to delegate of Bharat that how they are handling rape cases in their country. According to the Hindus, India lost average 86 rapes daily, 49 offences against women per hour. Among states, Rajasthan was on the top of the list, then Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh. As we know, India is a very diplomatic country. It has every laws, every rules for the protection of women, but do not implement it correctly. So, Delegate of Bharat, how will you justify this thing?
Delegate of Canada, I would like to answer this question in a while.
One more question.
Delegate of Canada, it's important to know that we have time limit as well. Okay, we can go ahead with more questions.
I would like to ask you a question via this. Can I do so?
Yeah, and with kids also you can ask questions. Yes, you want to answer that question on behalf of India? Okay, you can go ahead.
So the delegate of Canada asked me that in USA the rape statistics are very high and USA has one of the highest rape statistics. And we are aware of that. But here's the problem. The overall statistics vary in specifics of rape cases. Okay? In some countries, even touching counts as a rape case, and in some countries, the statistic varies. USA is a very developed country which believe that any type of hard touch and inappropriate touch also classifies as sexual assault. Along with that, the delegate of India would also like to exercise the point of order. USA has mentioned that USA is along with India and Bangladesh in terms of women rape cases. Okay? But though the United States is ranked very high, the ranking of India, according to all statistics, comes at 90 and maybe even lower than that according to various sources. Yes, Delegate Mauritius.
As politician Renuka Chaudhary says, in India, 70% of women are victims of domestic violence. National Family Health Survey (NFHS) found that 86% of Indian women did not report domestic violence to anyone, not even to a friend and family member. Why is Indian government not protecting women?
I think we have time limit as well, and we can resume with this rehearsal, and we can take these questions after some time. So, any more initiatives from any country? Yes, the delegate of Egypt, you may start.
Greetings to one and all delegates present here and respected ED members. I, the delegate of Egypt, would like to thank the delegates of all the countries for inviting me here in this conference. Egypt is a land of wonders that visits two continents, Africa and Asia. Egypt has a glorious and ancient legacy of people, culture and arts. Egypt is famous for its majestic pyramids, rulers, rivers and its influential role among other nations. Egypt is working hard to make life better for women and girls. Egypt has done some good things but also has some problems to fix. Some good things are, we made a group, NCW, National Council for Women, that works for women. We made a plan, national strategy that shows how to make women equal and happy by 2030. We agreed to follow some rules that help women like CEBAW, CRC and the protocol. We made some laws and changes that stop violence against women like FGM, harassment and special codes. These practice of projects and activities that help women make money and have a better life like having a program.
Point of information.
Yes, the delegate of Australia.
Respected delegate of Egypt, I wondered if you know that the women in Egypt are expecting men to act as a domestically and care for the family and home. The gender discrimination is very present in modern day Egypt. So in order to brief it, I would like to know the promising solutions for the women's rights. Thank you.
Respected delegate of Australia, Egypt has laws in place to address gender-based violence and discrimination, but enforcement remains a challenge. Government and civil society organizations have been working to raise awareness and improve the implementation of these laws.
Thank you.
There is one question from delegate of Mexico to delegate of Spain. What steps has the Spanish government taken to support social security, particularly for unemployed women, those facing poverty? Thank you.
I would like to take a moment to answer the question. From the delegate of UK to Saudi Arabia, what is the main challenge of women's employment in Saudi Arabia? How would you like to answer this? Yes, Saudi Arabia. I would like to answer this after a moment. There is one more question from the delegate of WTO to the delegate of India. In India, most women are not treated equally to men, but are further the delegate of WTO. Would you like to read your question by yourself? Not readable to me. Delegate of WTO. Respected delegate of India, I would like to ask you a question that in India most of the women are not treated equally to men, but after a further breath, is there any change? Respected delegate of India, I would like to ask this question in a while.
इसमें 8% बैठ के बची है चलाना नहीं बंदा
Yes, the delegate of Manu.
पूछ के आ जाओ बैटरी से भरा क्या ये
My question is, could Egypt elaborate on its long-term vision for women's empowerment and leadership, including specific goals and benchmarks to measure progress in achieving gender equality?
Respected delegate of I would like to answer this question in a while. Yes, OECD. Respected delegate of Egypt, I want to ask a question that there are 17 goals for sustainable development. So, in your country, there is the rules for there is no poverty, zero hunger. So, what will you do for no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, and quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation? So, what will you do about it? Respected delegate of OECD. So, I would like to tell you that this question is out of our conference. We can discuss this question in the conference of sustainable development. Thank you. I am asking only the sustainable development goals. So we have a separate conference for sustainable development goals, separate session for sustainable development. You can ask this question in that session.
Okay, so I think we have discussed and we can go ahead apart from these questions and we can begin with moderated focus. So now I would like to all the delegates, any motion on the floor, any motions on the floor.
Yes, delegate of Russia, any motions on the floor?
On the mic.
The delegate of the United States would like to raise a motion to propose a moderated caucus on the topic of importance and women's education in the economic empowerment and women-led development.
Anyone who is against the motion? Is everybody willing? Seeing none, we can take this motion.
Repeat the topic. Repeat the topic.
The delegate of Spain would like to answer the question asked previously.
We will just answer you, delegate of Spain. Please have a seat. So we are getting into a moderated caucus and the topic of discussion as proposed by the delegate of US is women education and women-led development. I hope we are all in for this discussion. Alright. Over to the EB. So any motions on the floor? We start with the delegate of African Union.
So the delegate of African Union would like to say that EU recognizes that the gender equality is a fundamental human right and an integral part of religious integration, economic growth and social development, and has developed the EU strategy for gender equality and women's empowerment to ensure the inclusion of women in Africa development agenda. The GEW strategy focuses on 6 key pillars, namely women economic empowerment, social justice and protection, leadership and governance, gender management system, women peace and security, and media identity. Any point of information or order from any country? Over to the delegate of US.
According to UNICEF, around the world, 1.9 million girls are out of school, including 32 million of primary schooling, 97 million of secondary schooling. In countries affected by conflict, girls are twice more likely to be out of school than girls living in non-affected countries. Only 49% of countries have achieved gender parity in primary education. At the secondary level, the gap widens. 42% of countries have achieved gender parity in lower secondary education and 24% in upper secondary education. Recent World Bank study estimates that limited education opportunities for girls and are barriers to completing 12 years of education cost between 50 trillion to 30 trillion US dollars in the loss of economy and earning. All these factors combined can help lift households, communities, and countries out of poverty. In countries affected by fragility, conflict, and violence, girls are 2.5 times more likely to be out of school than boys, and at the secondary level, they are 92% more likely to be out of secondary school than those in non-ethnic contexts. How can we expect women to take charge of their lives when they don't even have access to basic education, the basic resource for which can guide them the career of their choice? Gender-biased schools continues to persist and affects self-images of girls and puts them back in participating. Poverty is one of the most significant factors for determining whether a girl can access education. Studies consistently reinforce that girls who face multiple disadvantages, such as low family income, living in remote or undeserved locations, or who have disability or belong to minority, ethno-linguistic group, are farthest behind in terms of access to and completion of education. The US believes that addressing the problem at a grassroots level should be a major priority in today's session and proposes to construct a monetary fund for the primary and secondary education of girls in underdeveloped countries and conflict areas. The specifics of which will be discussed at the Economy Summit. In 2022, around 91.8% of women had graduated high school in the USA, which is higher than most countries.
Yes, Canada, you can go ahead with your question.
The point of information is for the delegate of Nigeria. I want to state it according to IndiaToday.in, only 17% of girls and women between the age of 15 and 25 in Nigeria are literate. So how will you justify this data, delegate of Nigeria?
I am willing to answer this question in some minutes.
And point of information to the delegate of US as well. The delegate of US, we really appreciate the steps taken for the human development. But I still want to discuss this fact that US raised a point of order that my data was stated wrongly because US was included in along with.
I didn't say US, I said India, which is way lower than US countries in international rate cases.
But according to my sources,
What are your sources?
like it. It is according to TBS News. I would like to.
It is just in
Status, but I have researched. There are the 10 countries with the highest rate states according to. No, I would like to draw the attention from all the delegates. First is South Africa, 66,196 incidences per 1 million people, and then Botswana, Lesotho, Swaziland, Bermuda, Sweden, Nicaragua, Greenland, and there are some countries with high rate of rate cases: Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, China, Japan, US, Russia, and many more countries. So how will you justify this data? Because
Well, I was talking about the rankings. When you say that US is along with India, that is, you are implying that the rates are very similar. But according to World Population Review, which is a very reliable news source, rather than an actual news source, which are likely to be biased, India is ranked below 90 in the rate case
I'm not
ranking.
saying that US is ranked along with India, but they comes under the list. But how will you justify it?
You saying it
For the state of US, which is one of the most developed countries of the world. So how will you justify this? I just wanted to ask.
Okay, US is a coming.
Any step taken by US?
Yes, there is. I'll mention it right now. First of all, I would also like to address the fact that US is a coming together nation rather than a holding nation. The US trade laws are up to states and there is very little things that the central government can do in that. Still, there are many cases that have been taken for the prevention of rape cases and helping rape victims, some of which I am going to mention right now. Okay. The Department's Office on Violence Against Women is embracing the spirit of changing the culture in this area by prioritizing efforts to prevent and end sexual assault. This may include activities such as improving outreach services and support for survivors of sexual assault, investing in survivor-centered improvements to the criminal justice process, and addressing online abuse, harassment, and sexual exploitation. OVW Sexual Assault Services Program also reaches every state and territory. In a recent year, SAS sub-gradually is reporting providing services to 46,280 survivors of sexual assault. For your information, OVW has requested 100 million for SAS funding, nearly double the funding of SAS funding received from Congress FY 2022, to significantly increase awards to states and territories, enabling rape crisis centers to service tens of thousands more survivors. It is devastating that child sexual abuse also takes place. The OCD estimates the OCD has also included child sexual assault under the OVW Act and Services Program.
Alright, over to delegate of OECD and then South Korea.
I respect the delegate of Canada and appreciate their work, but like Canada said to the USA, they have issues, but Canada has also issues that women face in Canada. Additionally, women in Canada continue to face gender-based violence, sexual assault, and harassment in their intimate relationships and workplaces. Women in leadership, women's poverty. More than 1.5 million women in Canada live on a low income. Gender-based violence, sexual assault, and harassment barriers girls face. So, what would you say?
I would like to answer this question by stating the fact that changes cannot be brought in one night, and I would like to answer this question that women development is a crucial topic which the whole world is fighting. And if we take out the index, so if we consider this goal, gender equality, so Canada ranks at the rank of 26 all around the world with a score of 78.5. I'm privileged to state that Canada is in this position. But I would just like to state that rape cases should be ranked according to the number of countries in the world. And Canada is not in the top list. It is in the bottom. And if you state the facts, then you can even target the state which has the lowest rape cases. But it's still bad. So how can you justify this statement by saying it? By comparing it to USA, which is ranked at top, how can you justify it?
But your women's poverty is more than 1.5 billion women.
Women's poverty. How can you justify this statement, women poverty? Poverty is for both men and women.
There is unemployment in Canada.
Unemployment in Canada. I have just stated this fact in this GSS point of order to be raised against the delegate of OECD that the core age employment of women was 81.6% in Canada, but it's in the world.
But in there, 1.5 million women face low income.
Can you check the sources?
I only
Delegate of OECD to kindly check the statistics. What is your source of information?
Canada, for Canada, I want to say for gender-based violence.
No, we just talked about gender poverty, right? Women-led poverty. So, can I figure out the source from which you have got this data?
I have got this data from Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia?
Okay. Let's maintain the decorum. Okay, fine. So then, delegate of OECD, you are requested to kindly research a bit more on the question of employment. about women and poverty in Canada. Alright? And we, okay, point of information, okay, I said South Korea, but I would like to give the floor to European Union first.
Respected delegate of Canada, on an average, women workers are 11% less than per hour than men. How would I like to answer this question? This data is justified for all the countries in the world, delegate, because women are paid less than men in many parts of the country, excluding some of the countries in the world. But no, this data is justified for everyone. Women are paid less because of many factors. They are employed less than men, and we still are trying to achieve this goal. But still, I can say, and as I have justified this fact, that OECD also mentioned, I have mentioned in the GSL as well, that the employment rate of overall women was 85% and for each women was 81.6%. These steps are facts clear.
Yes, the delegate of South Korea, you may.
Delegate of Canada, according to CanadianWomen.org, women in Canada earn 28% less than men, and this gap is widening, not closing. I would like to get back this question in a while. Thank you.
जितना कर सकता है आज का प्रयत्न जितना कर सकता है
I will get back to the question in a while.
Yes, the delegate of African Union.
Okay, respected delegate of Canada, I have a question to you. That you said you are not in the top 20 list of rape cases in the world, but you in your country rape cases are there. So it doesn't.
Every country in the world is striving to achieve this goal to sexual harassment, marital rape, as well as many other issues. And I would highly be privileged to say this fact that it was in 1983 that we abolished marital rape. But there are many countries in the world who are not even thinking of illegalizing marital rape. Example is Bharat. Bharat is not even thinking about this fact that they take this issue in the parliament so that we can discuss about the fact that we abolished marital rape. And it was in 1983 that we done it. So there are many countries in the world. All the countries are striving for eradicating rape cases, sexual harassment, marital rape, and many more. And we are also striving. But proudly, I was announcing that Canada was not in the top list, at least.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, the delegate of Canada.
बैठ जाओ
Yes, the delegate of India, you may go ahead.
I want to ask the question to delegate of Canada that you have said that India is not taking any initiative for the rape cases. But you are wrong. We are taking initiative to overcome the rape cases.
Point of order, delegate. I was not saying about rape cases. I was stating this marital rape. There is a difference between rape and marital rape.
Okay, I got it, but I want to answer this question to you that we are taking initiative in all the rape cases, whether it is marital or not.
Delegate, marital rape is not even illegalized in your country. I would like to say
Yes,
delegate of Canada.
Answer, then you can go ahead.
There was a scheme that was launched by the central government, that the scheme was announced for Delhi High Court, rape the central and the state government for delaying in setting up compensation scheme for rape victims. The court ordered the implementation of scheme within the next 6 weeks. Under this scheme, if a rape case is prima facie made out, the victim will receive an interim financial assistance of ₹20,000 within 15 days. After giving due consideration to the physical injury and emotional trauma faced by the victim, she will be provided with further financial aid up to ₹50,000. However, in a view of rampant rate of rape victims during first-time outgoing mission after logging the FIR, the major jump of compensation amount ₹1.30 lakh will be handed over to the victim only after she makes the financial deposits before the bank. And the scheme was fixed the compensation amount of ₹2 lakh. And I know that 2 lakh is not enough for the rape case. We need to do something else for the victims, for the victims also. So we are taking major initiatives. We are we have to punish the victims of rape case. We are working on it. And I want to say that we are taking measures to overcome this great thing?
Point of information, delegate. As I said that India is a very diplomatic country, and I can say that India has 28 states. So each and every state has their own policy. There is so uneven distribution in India that many states like South Indian states, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, according to my statistics, Chennai and Coimbatore are one of the states which has the lowest crime rate in your country. But as I will compare